toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another team from the Big 12, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside is 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Colorado's offense will get the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know that having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Yates. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Buying some time. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast. Get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Buffs! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. The Knights offense will try to get something started with their 1st possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual...
Into the secondary on the right. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCF! The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got his man to the left, and he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Power football with the run. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are...
Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Run game is good. The balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Now he's looking to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick pass on the jet motion. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Yates. Steps away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give on the inside. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Gives it on the option. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Yates. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Buffaloes! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Kendricks. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Kendricks. They're finally able to haul him down in midfield. So first down here as they go back to work. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Got the first down and more. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Looking downfield, it's Yates. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Working on the right. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Yates. Tight end finds a soft spot. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Colorado! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense...
Oh, he's got some space! Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Yates. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Kendricks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Bland. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And the Buffaloes in the hurry up. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. There he goes. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the air, it's Yates. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Kingsbury. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The run from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. And the Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to pass, it's Yates. He caught it! And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Buffs! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Kendricks. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports studios at the Bounce House.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Dropping back, it's Blunt. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Knights are flying down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Oh, they blocked the kick.
Yeah, you saw how they just overloaded the left-hand side that time. They were able to overwhelm the offensive line, get in the backfield, and then get their paws up to block that kick.
On the option. Turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Buffaloes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Buffaloes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the stomping has commenced. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? On the ground, it's Bland. A collision, and he stopped at the 26. For picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He'll keep it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Complete to the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Blunt. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what
makes the grab past the marker. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Knights! Ready to try the point after. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
From the gun, running back on the move. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Yates. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. They've been running it, but now the pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Yates. A strike downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense.
Touchdown, Colorado! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more. Operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and been a big play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to him. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Buys a little time with his feet. Got out of trouble and throws. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bucks! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. ULM looked less like a group of Warhawks and more like a bunch of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in Monroe, and today they found a way outside of Malone Stadium. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Off the play fake on first down. Firing deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Plows through the defense. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Yates. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. He wants to throw it again. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the big fullback. Pick up for 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Rides the back on the option to give. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there and knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Fires to the big fella. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Trying to get it to the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Ready.
Trying to pound their way in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
That's caught. It's Hurley. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football. Short to
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from